body, every size, every line, every girl, every guy, everybody who don't identify.
Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hi, hello, my name is Loey. Did not think we would be back for an I Am Sophie update so soon, and yet here we are because there is a lot to discuss. Your girl herself popped up in an I Am Sophie video, and so after that I felt as though my response was warranted, and just kind of analyzing the last couple of videos. While there's not a ton of new content out right now, what we have received is jam-packed. So I'm really excited to go over what has been posted since the last I Am Sophie update. Also, so much has changed just since my last I Am Sophie update. It's honestly been like a month since then, but I barely posted because I've been sick and everything's been going on in the world and yada yada yada. But regardless, I'm still excited that there's enough stuff that I can do this. Maybe if we keep getting fed like this, thanks to the Soph head gods, we can keep making these videos. Starting off with the video Lara3.mp4. This was posted after the Are You Being You, which was the last thing that I talked about in my previous video. In this video, Lara films outside as opposed to her usual bedroom setup. And she just says that her room has felt very heavy lately, that the atmosphere in her house has been kind of difficult.
And I've been kind of doing a lot of wondering recently, and things haven't really felt right in a while. I've been trying to get out of my room, as you can see, because even though it's a place where I can kind of be myself and stuff, it's felt quite tilted, like it's dragging and weighing me into this weird direction. It's just made me feel quite like sick and muddled. It's like the air is thick, like there's something mixed with it that just makes it feel quite fat. So yeah, I'm out here trying to kind of dispel that. I've tried talking to my dad about it, but he's very tactical at changing the subject, or he's just not interested.
Lara makes a note here that her dad no longer has a job for her, that it was gone just like that.
My dad doesn't have a job for me anymore, just like that. So clearly he's kind of been struggling.
It seems as though he must own his own business or manage something, and they're going through some sort of hardship. Laura's dad is pretty much never home. She doesn't go to school, she doesn't have a job, but she wants those things. Like, she wants to be doing things. However, for whatever reason that it might be, she is stuck in her house, and mostly in her room.
I'd like to think that this positivity comes from like being out here, but it really just comes in waves. So one minute I'll be like, everything's fine, you're gonna get a job, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna make loads of new friends, and you're gonna be popular and happy, and then the next I kind of just feel nauseous and odd. Kind of like the fat air from the tilted room has just seeped down, and it makes me feel cold inside.
Lara describes the atmosphere of her room by talking about a dream that she has had. And I'm gonna just let the details speak for themselves.
I've been having really bizarre dreams as well. And they're the same each time. So I'll be lying in my bed in the middle of the night, asleep, and then I'll feel something at the end of my bed, like sink into the mattress. But I'm not afraid, so I sit up and there's this man in a suit, and he's got something wrong with his face, but I can't figure out what, and he's like caressing my feet really softly and gently and like lovingly. And then he slowly points to the corner of the room and there's this like crouched figure in the shadows, and unlike the man in the suit, the figure makes me feel really, really threatened, and like it gives me that spiral feeling in my stomach. And then the man tells me not to worry, and then I ask him if any of this is real, and he starts to open his mouth really wide, like unnaturally wide, almost like he's trying to smile, and then I wake up.
So she's been dreaming of a man in a suit who sits on her bed and touches her feet, and about a crouched figure in the corner. Yet she goes on to say that despite her filming outdoors, she finds more comfort and solace in that scenario, in that heavy aired room, than she does outside in nature.
The weirdest thing is the feeling I get when I look at the figure is the same feeling I get in the tilted room. And there's a big part of me that wants to accept it and let it in and kind of see where it takes me. Like, is it so wrong to want to be pulled into a weird direction when the one I'm standing on is so plain and flat? And if you guys saw my other videos, like, you'll know that the terror from the game made me feel small and unsafe. But I've been thinking about this more and more since I like shut it down and locked it away, is that it also made me feel seen. Like, no matter how lost it made me feel, it's just been gnawing at me. Like, I'm worth something to someone. And no matter how much I breathe in the fresh air, it is nowhere near as satisfying as the thick air in the tilted room that makes me feel sick and muddled.
So Laura, our Laura, the original Laura, blue-eyed Laura, she's someone who doesn't feel seen in her day-to-day life. I think that she feels invisible. And despite the game that she was sent being so terrifying, she says herself that at least somebody was seeing her. And so suddenly, the story of this sweet, kind-hearted girl that we've gotten to know in the Laura vlogs, accepting some kind of offer from the hate monster in which she becomes Sophie in the first arc of this entire thing, it starts to make sense, because of course she would. Of course, somebody who feels lonely and isolated like that would accept such a dramatic thing, because it's better than not being seen. Even if it's scary and hard, it's more exciting than being invisible. Then we continue on to continue.mp4. And this video is like a minute and a half of crazy. I actually want to give a massive shout out to the YouTuber N-Bird, and he has been covering the I Am Sophie videos in phenomenal detail and covering things that I just blatantly miss, like clues and facts that I did not think twice about. So I highly recommend his video where he frame by frame goes over continue.mp4, because if you listen to this clip alone, in which he points out something really interesting about an eye glitch in continue.mp4, these frames are like split seconds. I can't even catch them when slowing the video down to like 25%. If you listen to this, I've missed a vital clue that has been in front of my eyes this whole time.
Sophie then says thank you for your eyes, and there are 3 important glitches to note. The first one is of the little toy they found in Laura's room during the Sherlock Sophie episode. The second one is an actual set of eyes. And the third one is a glitch of Sophie kind of before all the chaos or what have you. She looks healthy and good. I don't know what the right word to say there is. But the eye glitch is important because someone noted that Lara has 2 different colors of eyes, and how maybe after she made the deal with Hate, they literally took her eyes and replaced them with other ones. So she had rose-colored glasses, so to speak, on what she was seeing. Everything that she was seeing was perceived through the eyes of Hate, and that kind of lens acted as a filter on everything that she was perceiving. And she only sees what they want her to, and so on and so forth. I swear I can't go a video without talking about eyes. We're literally never seeing anything unless they want us to. We're only seeing things how they want us to.
So, the eyes have been in front of my eyes this whole time. I just didn't notice. Lara's eyes in the portion of the video where she kills Sophie are brown, but in the Lara vlogs, they're blue. Like, Lara, who is vlogging, I feel like that's our Lara. There was a scene in Are You Being You, and I didn't show it because it's super graphic, and obviously you guys can go and seek that out if you'd like to. But in this scene, somebody gouges out their eyes, and the eyes are blue. I think that the monster replaced Lara's eyes and gave her ones that he could see with, or it could see with. So continue.mp4 is a really creepy little video.
Hello. Thank you for your beauty. Thank you for your innocence. Thank you for your eyes. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for your future. Thank you for your hate. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your life. Now, do you feel your head swelling? Do you feel it oozing? We're nearly there now, Lara, while everyone is watching.
Who is among the crowd of people that is apparently watching? Oh, I know her. So I was in the I Am Sophie video, a really sweet, cool shout out. It's really fun for me, like, not to get super sappy, when people who make alternate reality games, unfiction series of sorts, like that I'm involved. After the absolute nightmare that was Teletubbies Spax and other ARGs where people have not necessarily liked that I covered things, it means a lot to be liked a little bit, so thank you. So I was in there, Leon Lush was in there, Inside of Mine was in there, Nightmind was in there. A lot of people who have covered the I Am Sophie topic and videos were in it. And then the video ends with a startling reveal. A plane crash. And my mind just immediately went back to the scene when Lara was playing the Sophie game where the plane was labeled hell. There was a plane crash, but who was in the plane? Moving right along, we have poor girl lives on 10 pounds for a day. Fail. So this is vlog 7 in the list of vlog titles. In this video, Lara's phone is being watched in the same way that the hacker Flamingo Man, I still miss that flamingo. I still hope he's named Frank. We can see that her phone screen is flipped and it's like we're literally watching her through the glass. Sophie's voice begins to call out hello over and over and over again.
Hello? Do you wish to continue, Lara?
Yes.
Hey Lara! Welcome back to our channel. Today is going to be an interesting day because we are doing a money challenge. Today, I want you to steal £10 from your dad.
I don't think I can do that. It's not really, a good time.
No, it'll be fine. £10 isn't a lot of money. It's like 10,000 pennies.
Okay, Sophie. Okay.
So Sophie tells Laura to steal 10 pounds from her dad. Laura immediately says it's not a good time. I think that we already knew that with just the video that she filmed outside saying that, you know, her dad didn't have a job for her anymore. Things have been really rough lately. Everything's just been difficult. But she steals the 10 pounds, goes back to her room, and is about to go to sleep again when Sophie says this.
Okay, I'm done. Can I go to sleep now?
Burn it.
What?
Burn it.
Burn what?
No, it'll be fine. £10 isn't a lot of money. It's like 10,000 pennies.
She forces Laura to burn the 10 pounds. If you guys didn't notice, this is almost like an app version of the I Am Sophie like desktop game that Laura was playing. Sophie also doesn't have eyes here, so it can be assumed that this version of Sophie is the one that is under control by the hate fame monster. Since I've started posting about I Am Sophie, a lot of you guys have started reaching out to me about a lot of parallels that you see in the series. One of the interesting ones is that Sophie's dad, who we really only see in the one photo with him in a suit and a hat hugging Sophie, looks startlingly like the fame monster. He's tall in a suit with a hat. And while his face is obviously totally fine in the photos that we've seen of him, the one with Sophie and of course the one with Laura, really the only difference is that when we see him as the monster, he has this incredibly disfigured face. I also always thought it was interesting that Sophie and Laura's photos with Sophie's dad don't line up. Like, Laura did not just Photoshop herself in, she took a photo with Sophie's dad. So I'm starting to think that that's very, very, very possible that Sophie's dad was the monster all along. What if, to escape her boring, quiet life, Laura accepted this deal from the hate monster because anything was better than being stuck where she was, and she was promised a life of fast cars, jets, rich friends, all sorts of things that Sophie has. So if Laura was offered all of that, was there an entire Sophie who was just done with her own life before she became rich, wealthy vlogger Sophie? We may end up revisiting Sophie at some point, but for now the series is heavily focused on Laura, and I think we're watching in real time her transition into becoming the Laura that we met at the beginning of the series. So there you guys have it. There are your I Am Sophie updates, and I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Please remember that the best thing that you can do for this series is subscribe to the channel and watch the videos yourself. While I love having the opportunity to take all of this content that they produce and analyze it and make my theories about it, when you support pieces of work like this, it allows them to continue to create. And this is such a highly produced project with so much behind it. So I just want to make sure that they're getting the love that they so rightfully deserve. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.